Hey there, Toby Stark, Stark Associates Insurance Agency, eradicating Medicare illiteracy one consumer at a time. We had a question come in today. I want to leave my Medicare Advantage plan. When can I do it? Well, that's a great question. You have two opportunities to do it during the year. Look how foggy it is out there. It's kind of like when you're a beneficiary going into Medicare. You cannot see a thing or you do not know anything. Timely. Anyway, with the Medicare Advantage plan, you have two opportunities. It's the annual election period, or AEP, which is October 15th to December 7th. You can change your Medicare Advantage plan, or you can leave and go back onto original Medicare. And how do you do that? Well, the triggering event would be for you to formally enroll in a Part D, that's your standalone drug plan. If you enroll in a Part D drug plan, then what will happen is it will essentially kick you out of your Medicare Advantage plan because you cannot be on both. You can't be on an Advantage plan and a drug plan under Part D of Medicare at the same time. So that will be the triggering event to kick you off Medicare Advantage and back to original Medicare. But there's a big question mark. And what is that question mark? Well, can you pass medical underwriting for a Medicare supplement policy, which is a policy that covers the 20% that Medicare doesn't pay under Part B? So the thought process is, if you're in a Medicare Advantage plan now and you're having a hard time seeing the doctors, or your plan has changed wildly and you don't like that and you want the stability of original Medicare and the freedom to go wherever you choose without a network, no copays, no maximum out of pockets, no prior authorizations, and no pre-approvals, so you're leaving all that, which is Medicare Advantage, and you want to go back to original Medicare with a Medicare supplement, you have to be healthy enough to pass underwriting, because if you're not, then there's no real reason for you to go back to original Medicare if you're not going to get a Medicare supplement policy, because you can be exposed to humongous claims and Medicare only pays 80%. That seems like a lot. But what happens if you need an outpatient procedure and it's $100,000 or more? Medicare's only paying 80%, and that leaves you paying the rest. And that's why you want to look to obtain a Medicare supplement policy. So that's the first time you can leave. The second time is if you don't get there for the annual election period, then you have the open enrollment period, which starts January 1st to March 31st, where you, if you're on a Medicare Advantage plan, you can leave that Advantage plan, again, a triggering event, enrolling in a Part D drug plan. That's the triggering event for you to be able to go back to original Medicare. And remember, if you're on a Medicare Advantage now, and Medicare Advantage plan now, that means that you've decided to leave original Medicare and join a network, have copays, have deductibles, have a maximum out of pocket, have a prior authorization, have the carrier decide if what you need done is medically necessary or not. They're getting paid on behalf of the government. So if you've enrolled in a plan, a Medicare Advantage plan that's $0, it may be quote unquote free for you, but the insurance carrier is getting paid $1,200 a month on your behalf because the risk has transferred away from Medicare. So they incentivize the private insurance carriers to take on the risk, and they're paying them to do so. But then what's happening is the private insurance carriers have the right to not pay because you're in a contract. When you're on original Medicare with a Medicare supplement, you have the freedom and flexibility to go wherever you want. And as long as it's medically necessary, Medicare will pay first, and then the supplement will pay second. So whatever Medicare doesn't pay, the supplement will pay. The carrier, the supplement carrier, is a private insurance carrier, and it will not get in the way of your care. If the doctor says it's necessary and Medicare agrees, it will be paid for. You have no network. You break away from that network. So those are the two times when you can leave your Medicare Advantage plan, if you so choose, and go into original Medicare. If it is, say, April 15th and you're looking to change your Medicare Advantage plan, unfortunately, you're locked in for the remainder of the year, and you have to look forward to the annual enrollment period, which starts in October, to change your Advantage plan to something that more suits you. Hopefully you're not in an HMO, and if you are, you can pick a PPO. But if you really want to make a big change and lose your network and go wherever you want, that would be leaving to go back to original Medicare, and you would have to wait for that period. So there are lockout periods, and you just can't change anytime. Toby Stark, Stark Associates Insurance Agency. Hope that helps. Have a great day.